Hello, good evening. Thank you to each and every one of you for being with us today. We are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you who have been with us for a long time, as well as those who are now new to the XENA family. I am honored and having been entrusted with the responsibility of hosting this show. My name is Ashok Bakshi from XENA Family Delhi chapter, and today's topic is milestone. XENA family in the making, step by step. XENA family in the making, step by step, milestone. And in this discussion, we have the main speaker today is Shri Anil Kumar ji. Let me give you a little background about Shri Anil Kumar ji. He is researcher and academician turned corporate manager. He has vast experience of 14 years in program management, business development, research and development. His PhD is in the final stage and has done MPhil MA from Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai. Along with his BTech in mechanical engineering, Anil ji has passion for social entrepreneurship, strategic management, and business consulting. He is currently working on a program management with Siemens digital industry. He often contributes to the volunteer work for the non-profit organization. And he will be helping us in this program milestone and creating our future flow of chart. And I leave the now floor open and invite Shri Anil Kumar ji on the show. Shri Anil Kumar ji, you're welcome. We are very grateful to you that you took up time and join this show today on the XENA family. Please, welcome.
Thank you, Bakshi. Thank you, Bakshi, and thank you to the whole XENA family to give me this opportunity to present the milestone of XENA Foundation. We have various entities, so definitely we will share the different milestone achieved by each entity. And it is actually the purpose of today's meeting. So we are going to present the milestone in a couple of seconds. That's it.
Great.
Okay. I think being associated with XENA family right from the inception stage, I do welcome both of you senior panelists, that what is there in my mind, in my knowledge, I definitely will be sharing. But wherever you would want more information, or if you have any curiosity, which if is answered will help the remaining XENA family members, you're most welcome to do that. Well, to begin with, how this whole thought process of XENA family started, this was sometime where we do not count it as an official happening of XENA family, making of XENA family. However, we were virtually connected friends in 2016. And at that point of time, we basically focused and we realized the power and the strength of virtual connectivity. Now, when I am saying power and strength, it basically meant that it was the most economical way and the fastest way to get connected with a large number of people. That was point number one, which we realized. And point number two, we did understand that in order to increase the virtual base, all that one had to concentrate on every single effort through which one can build trust, confidence, faith, transparency in our working, perseverance level, clarity of thoughts, and focus. These were few attributes. We were clear, we understood that if we are able to handle these attributes and combine it with the understanding of power and strength of virtual world, we will be able to create something very big. That was in the year 2016. This was a thought process brainstorming that we had.
Mhm.
So as milestone number one in 2016, this could be mentioned as our highlight point. There
Mhm.
were many other things, there were many other developments which had taken place, but as a highlight, I would say this is what it was. Now we come to 2017. 2017, we understood that to gain confidence from people, let us do something on ground, and that ground should be at home. That means it should not be done somewhere else. Now, at home, at that point of time, we picked up a topic which we felt was a twist. The topic was a twist, which was people used to generally have women empowerment conclave, national or international. But invariably, these conclaves used to be conducted in big cities, big towns, big hotels, a lot of coverage on newspaper and televisions and things like that. But we wanted to bring international empowered women's conclave, not women empowerment, but empowered women's conclave, and in a remote place, small town like Purnia. We could easily make it international because most of you may be aware that Purnia happens to be a place which is very close to Bangladesh, Nepal, and Bhutan.
Mhm.
And we had friends in these places. So at personal level, we could invite them. And they having come over for this conference, it qualified technically to become international. And we moderately had a successful thing. When I use the word moderately, because yes, we had financial crunch. However, what was uh, a very happy development was that a thought that we had, we could put it on ground and we could successfully pull it off. This could be the highlight of 2017. Then once the success of we tasted success of 2017 and these virtual friends, mind it, this conclave was parachuted. It was not done by any local support. This whole idea was parachuted into Purnia. Fair enough, there were local volunteers who did support at the ground level, but the entire thing was by the virtual people. Now, when they converged, when they met physically in Purnia, we reaffirmed the resolve because we understood, we tasted success of this virtual power and strength. So we decided that the next couple of months, and even if it takes years, no problem, let us now start getting people on board. Now, the only criteria we decided what are the kind of people we must try to get on board. We were clear on two issues. They should be nice people and they should understand human values. And we started connecting with people. That was in the year 2018. and 2019. 2 years we were in the process of connecting with people. And again, the simplest and the most economical process we had adopted was we created Facebook groups. And on Facebook groups, we were inviting, we used to reach out to people and we used to invite them to come on board, and people were getting connected. By the beginning of, now this is the highlight of what we did in the year 2018. 2019, and we had reasonably a good number of people who were geographically spread, located abroad as well as India, but we obviously wished to undertake things locally. Therefore, in the year 2019, in India, what we did was geographically, wherever we had physically present people, we started creating chapters. And we could end up in the year 2019 having chapters in Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Kolkata, Delhi, Bombay, Ahmedabad, Pune. These were the places where we could have physical chapters. And the only desire in the year 2019 was, having created these physical chapters, people who still were connected virtually, they should at least meet once face to face and see how the bonding takes place. And it was a very, very pleasant surprise that the bonding was absolutely glue-like. People bonded very well. This was the highlight of 2019. 2020, having achieved so far whatever we did, we planned for an annual general meeting kind of a thing in Delhi. We had, in a very elaborate manner, at Chhattarpur Farms in Delhi. People from outside also came, where, and all these physical meetings that were taking place in the year 2019, we were also analyzing as to what is it that people are unsure about, or people are curious about, or people need clarity about. And that was addressed in that annual general meeting, where we addressed that as per our input and analysis, we feel that there are two major things that people are having in their mind. One, having understood the kind of diverse people we have in our family, XENA family, how all of that diversity can fall under one umbrella. Two, how individually people can align their interest factors in whatever XENA family intended to do. These were the two major questions that people had in their mind. When it was confirmed by the attendees during the annual general gathering, we formally had a presentation in the month of February itself, where by then our internal homework were taking place, where we were trying to understand and divide various kind of verticals of working that XENA family may require. And we, during that presentation, we presented that we would be requiring 9 verticals of verticals. Now, in that 9, 5 vertical would be not for profit, and 4 vertical would be for profit. And whosoever attended that particular meeting, they were very convinced, they were very happy that yes, now each of them could find that one vertical or the other, they were able to align, which was, and that diversity coming under one umbrella, they could very clearly understand that despite having the diversity, it was all falling under the umbrella of Zlatan. Unfortunately, it was just about the time when we had to kick off the activities on ground. Pandemic struck, uh, but that did not deter our plans of what we could do, what we had to do. It, in a way, came as a blessing for us because these verticals that we had decided, we converted those verticals into legal entities. And during the period of 2020 and 2021, all those verticals which could get online registered, we went ahead with it. We registered all those verticals legally. We created various entities, legal entities. And in the year, I think 2021, when things had slightly opened up, even entities where physical registrations were required, we completed. So 2020 and 2021 largely was dedicated towards getting all the understanding the requirement of the vertical and getting it legally registered. And then we came, this could be mentioned as highlight achievement of 2020 and 2021. Then we started off 2022 with being very, very clear about each legal entity having its own autonomous concept of working, its clear vision, objective, and mission. And based on those vision, objective, and mission, we had many, many rounds of virtual meetings where each foundation had its concepts clear, and there were clarity which started emerging as to what all activity we could undertake. This still was at the level of virtual space. It was, I think, by June month, 6 months, this exercise took place. In the month of June, we again had chapter-wise meeting where again we refreshed what all we had done during the Zoom meeting, how each foundation's objective, vision, mission were discussed, how activities were identified, whether people had any further suggestions, any addition, any deletion, whatever. And then July onwards, now by default, because Delhi chapter happens to have the largest number of people, members in Delhi, therefore, not officially or any other ways we can say that is the central place. But then, since there are more number of members and practically all the foundations, there are representatives from those belonging to those foundations. So ever since July, month of July, we have already had 4 face-to-face meetings where very focused discussion on the activities that we have to undertake that has been done on both the arms. That means not-for-profit arm and for-profit arm. And we are very hopeful that very soon, within this calendar year, we would be able to see things happening on ground for real. So this sums up as a highlight point of 2020. Yes, I'm done now. If there are questions or
2016, which month it was, in the beginning or end of the year when you started
no,
this?
no.
When it was started?
As I said, our foundation day happens to be on the 21st of September.
Okay, 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 good. 2016. Okay.
And Ashok Bhaiya, you'll be happy to note
Yeah.
that amongst us we have Anil Bhai present. He
Mhm.
not only was connected uh, ever since I think 2014 or 15,
Mhm.
but so he genuinely is a founding member of XENA.
Okay, great. That's fantastic. That's very nice. So the you said the 9 foundations, they got legally what do you call in 2022, finalized in 2021, the legal formalities.
Some of it in 2020 itself, and some of it in 2021.
Okay. And till date, then how many people joined Pan India or
Okay, okay.
around the world?
Now
If you can,
this is okay. Fair
if
enough.
you can give separately, like how many in India, how
Yeah,
many?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, separately would be difficult, but in percentage, I can certainly say
Hmm.
that when the exercise of adding members started off in the year uh, 2018, 2018, uh, we had globally around 7.5 to 8,000 members, close to 7.5 to 8,000 members. And today, when we are talking in the month of October 2022,
Yeah.
we are sitting globally at 41,835.
Wow. Amazing.
And percentage wise, I would
Hmm.
say percentage wise, it would be 60-40, 60% not from India, but
Hmm.
Indians who could be in India and who are settled abroad, and 40% would be people from the Western countries or people who are not Indians.
Okay. Great. That's very good news. Very good sign. Very nice. And this meeting now, you plan to do more physical or virtual plus physical, or what are the plans of the
No,
foundation?
obviously, we would not want. I mean, I think the both of you will appreciate this fact that people understood and realized the importance of virtual
Mhm.
strength and power when the pandemic came to them. But we
Mhm.
had understood the power and strength of virtual world way back in 2016.
Yeah,
The only difference was we were not accustomed to just Zoom recordings and things like
yeah,
that.
true,
But
true.
the other mode and medium of getting connected and being connected virtually, we were very much utilizing. So therefore, we are convinced that virtual connectivity has its own unique power. We will never give it up. And
Mhm.
real world connectivity has its own unique power. So we, yes, now that things have opened up, so we
Mhm.
can definitely say need based, we will carry on our interaction where we feel uh, virtual connectivity is required. We will get connected virtually. Where
Mhm.
the need is to be connected really in the real
Mhm.
world, we will get connected in the real world.
Okay.
Yes.
And is foundation also planning the next general meeting in the near future, or
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a logical thing that you do have the basic essence of having annual. Let's not put the word annual because we are still not working as a corporate. But
Hmm.
yes, what we can, because this today's show is dedicated to milestones. So I think most of you would agree that when we are celebrating the milestone of having started any activity on ground,
Hmm.
to celebrate that happening, we would have a larger gathering,
Hmm.
which can be coined as an annual gathering.
Okay. How many people you said came in the last general meeting in Chhatarpur, Delhi?
34 people.
34.
Yeah.
That's very
Of
good.
which 11 people had come from outside. The
Oh,
remaining
wow.
people were from Delhi.
Great. That's fantastic. That's great.
And from outside means there were representation from east, west, and south.
Okay. Very nice. Well, great. Thank you. I'm looking forward to your next big gathering. And thank you for all the information. And
Anil, if you have any specific, I mean, just as a flashback, taking it from 2016, specifically, if you have any pointers which will help you to prepare the flowchart.
I believe that all the stuff, means all the stuff you have already told, since the discussion started from 2016, and you started groundwork from 17 and 18 to call the people, bringing them on the board, to convince the people actually. So I believe that no doubt the most painful and labor work you did during 16 to 19 to start first conclave. Definitely after conclave also you spend a lot of time in planning and successfully executing all the events and registering the entity and making further plans. I believe if there is any missing point, or I believe that if you will present your future plan, which you are thinking for next 1-2 years, I think it will also helpful for this milestone, because milestone is not only about to explaining or exploring your past or historical background of the organization or entity or someone.
foundation.
Yeah, or foundation, I can say.
I
But
think sorry to interrupt over here. Uh, I think what you have raised is a very, very, very valid point, and that is precisely what we intend to achieve during the forthcoming meeting of 27th of October, where the future plan would be laid out, the roadmap will be laid out, which will be discussed, and that also will be a recorded session, by the way. And yes, that will be shared with people. This particular session, this particular show is primarily meant or focused for retro, you can say. But then you have raised a very valid point that along with the retro, we should also be clarifying, or we should also be presenting the future roadmap.
so that it will help to understand the people that what you have done, what is your purpose of doing all these things, and where you can go.
Yeah, I'm absolutely with you. No two doubts about it. Ashok Bhaiya, any, because you are a very sharp observer. So if you feel that I mean, you have to question as a very, very, I mean, as a first timer, let's put it that way. Somebody who is just coming to know about XENA family for the first time, because Anil knows quite a lot about XENA family. And you just raise questions as a first timer,
Mhm.
because this milestone is meant primarily for those kind of people. We want
Mhm.
people to realize and understand in our
Mhm.
very, very humble way, whatever we have been able to achieve is in itself
Mhm.
something good that we can talk about.
Mhm.
We are not talking big. We are not claiming that we have done something miraculous,
Mhm.
but in a very humble way, we definitely want people to realize, despite having all the hurdles, obstacles,
Mhm.
whatever we have been able to achieve is in itself something that we can talk about.
Mhm. The making of the family step by step, things are coming up at a slow pace, and will the foundation be finalizing more on this coming meeting, the future plans, or or will the foundation spell out
No, this
the aims and
particular
plans, the
this
aims and the
this
plans in general?
the meeting of 27th is primarily divided in three portions. One of the portion is divided where the milestone is to be presented.
Okay.
Milestone is to be presented with the intention
Mhm.
that the few of the esteemed new people, first timer who would be attending, we
Mhm.
want them to understand us, our effort, our clarity,
Mhm.
and we hope that they will get interested and they will come on board. So
Mhm.
that is one part.
Mhm.
Second part is uh, there will be people who would be representing certain foundation.
Mhm.
They will be spelling out one activity of their foundation.
Okay.
And then the interesting part for the first time that will be taking place will be that at the time of summarizing the whole meat of the 2 hours,
Mhm.
one will be able to clearly understand the identified revenue generating activity.
Okay.
So the composition of the meeting primarily is going to be in these three parts.
Okay.
So that is how we wish to balance it off.
Okay. Okay.
Is it okay?
Yes. Good. Good. Very good. Thank you. Because I'm also
Anil,
still learning.
Are you satisfied?
Quite bit. ये recording मुझे please भेज दीजिएगा.
Yeah. Don't worry. Yes, Ashok Bhaiya, you can, as usual, end the show on the formal note.
Yeah. Uh, it was a very good discussion on this topic of milestone of XENA family evolving step by step, and we are looking forward to the great future. And for this, we are expecting a help from I can also say I would say Dr. Anil Kumar. Soon he'll be doctorate, and to the XENA family, he'll be contributing in a big way to help the family grow further, step by step. Thank you, Dr. Anil Kumar, for taking out time and
Thank you, Vasi sir.
joining us all the way from Bhubaneswar. It was very nice to
Thank
have you on the Zoom meeting, and we hope to see you again with us. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you all of you. Thank you all of you, and good night.
Good night.